Good morning. How is everyone? Let's pull up chat so I can see things. How am I? I'm good. Kepler woke me up at like 5. So that wasn't great, but I'm alright. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Yoink.
Okay. Oh god. Alright. Hi. I was getting,
You had to take care of Kepler.
What?
He wasn't thrilled about eating this morning, so Steven had to dress up his food, and that's why he's late.
Yeah, I think his stomach's bothering him.
Yeah.
So, I gave him, Mal gave him his food, and he was just kind of like...
Maybe it was because you didn't give it to him.
Yeah. I don't think that's it. So we have some fish flakes that we'll put on his food sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little fish flakes on it, and he was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" And I'm like, "It's the exact same thing with fish flakes." And he was like, "Wow,
Did he eat it all?
I love it." And I was like, "Okay."
Did he eat it all?
I mean, he's eating now.
Oh, that's good.
He hasn't stopped. Well, his stomach's being a little funny lately. He's been eating okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's been eating okay, but he's been throwing up sometime around 5-ish. It hasn't been every night, but it's
No.
been several nights in the last week. So I think we're probably, and it's like it's always productive. It's always like a hairball or something, but I suspect a little that maybe his whatchamacallit,
Pancreas?
yeah, his pancreatitis might be like kind of coming back a little bit. So we'll probably have to adjust the ratio because he's getting about half dry and half wet. He's probably gonna have to get a little less dry and a little more wet because the wet food is the stuff that's better for him. So that's probably what we'll do. We'll start slowly adjusting that and then see if that fixes it. Which is bad for him because he loves the dry food, but I'm like, can't have you puking at 5 in the morning for his sake, and then also for ours. Because like we're dead asleep. Last night, I'm like dead asleep, and then you slowly start to wake up, and you're like, is he heaving on the bed? I'm not sure. And then finally your brain is like, yes. And I'd been sleeping in such a manner where my left arm was just completely like dead asleep. So with just my right arm, I had to try and get him off the bed and try to quickly, hurriedly rush him into the kitchen where there's tile, because it's way easier to clean up than, carpet. And I just with one arm, I'm like, hold on, buddy. And I'm like asleep, so I'm like, hold on, buddy. And I run into the kitchen. But yeah, that's, that's been where we're at. I'm not too concerned about it.
No.
So we'll just adjust his food and go from there. Because if it's the same problem, which it probably is the same problem, then it's just one of those things like we know how to fix it. We'll just go back to the same thing. So we'll let you know. That's good. Nice as Tristan's doing well on his all wet food diet. Yeah, I mean, Kepler was doing well on it too. he did start to get tired of the wet food.
Yeah.
Remember, because we had a second wet food that we were mixing a tiny bit in.
Just to get him to finish it.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Morning, everybody. I have a new cereal to try.
You gotta finish the other cereal first, though.
Yeah, I've had too many other cereals like open and stuff, so I'm not opening it yet. But Mom found another interesting cereal and was like, "I found this cereal, and I thought you might like to try it." And I was like, "Okay," but I haven't opened it. This is still the Dunkin' Donuts cereal, Dunkin' Mocha Latte. This is the end of it.
That's the last of it? Really?
Yeah. Also, Cheesehammer's message is very funny. I just finished the oatmeal cream pie cereal like a few days ago.
Coffee.
Because I just hadn't done that.
Yeah.
And now I'm finishing this, and then I think I'll be able to try a new cereal, I guess, on Thursday. And that's where I'm at.
How we doing on milk?
We still have milk.
Okay.
We had a gallon.
Yeah.
We usually don't get a gallon of milk, but we did, and it's a lot of milk.
Yeah.
That's the whole story.
What a story. Can I have the keyboard?
Yeah, you're just sitting there.
Uh-huh. Waiting on the keyboard.
Oh, I know you were waiting on the keyboard.
We have a subscription from Lost Slider. Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
We have a 26th month resub from Sparks15.
That's twice as many as 15 minus 4. And if you're looking to
Like
do
caffeinated coffee.
No, it's not. It's decaf.
We have a 33-month resub from Harmon TG. Thank you. Nintendo just announced Indie World Showcase tomorrow at noon Eastern. At least
That's
it's
neat.
not during breakfast stream.
I'll tell the story after I'm done with this. It's a long story. My stuff will be all soft.
We have a 16-month resub from the Bassoonist. Thank you. We have a subscription from Darthamus. Welcome.
I'm going to say Darthamius.
You're going to say it different?
Well, you left out some letters, I think. Because you said Darthius.
No, I said Darthamus.
Oh, okay.
Brendan said, I was going to say, Mel, I think they messed up the scheduling on it. It should be Thursday at 9.
Very nice of Nintendo to stop interfering with our show.
Yeah.
Finally. Oh my god.
Too sweet? Too sweet?
Yeah.
Okay. We have an 18-month resub from Valhalla19. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'm getting... I got that sweet tooth.
Yeah.
It's normally not affected really by cereal.
Yeah. That's a sweet cereal,
But
though.
today, oh my god. I need to go to the dentist. Just because it's been...
You can schedule an appointment.
I don't even know who our dentist is. Because we changed dentists.
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
we?
Coffee.
Good
I'll tell you.
conversation.
Quack Team James resubbed at 33 months. Thank you. We also have a 22-month resub from Uchi Plays. The Rayloot says, just wait until whatever the next Pokemon Direct is. Why is it always at 9?
I guess 9 is... No. What time is it in Japan?
Oh, in Japan?
It's 13 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours?
It's not 12.
It's like 13.
14?
Or 14. So when it's 9 p.m., or when it's 9 a.m. here, it's like 10 p.m. in Japan.
I can't remember.
That sounds
offhand.
right.
13 ahead.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Really inconvenient for West Coast.
Yeah. It is. 13-month resub from Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon's going to be at that 3 soon.
Correct.
Yeah. Real soon.
We'll start seeing them next week? Week after?
I think so. Oh, shoot. Was that a double click? Yeah. I accidentally double clicked. We have a 31-month resub from Vegetable Sorbet. It was almost also to 3. We have a 35-month resub from Anorak at Tier 2, Gold Toast. Thank you. Statman says, the Olympics made me real good at knowing what time it is in Japan. Yeah, because you'd be like, oh, they're doing an event, and it would be morning here.
We got good at knowing the time when Hobonichi would release stuff.
Yep. Which is coming up, September 1st. Did you see the cover for yesterday? Okay.
There's a, I hope this doesn't count as a spoiler, but I'm just going to tell you. One of the Hobonichi Techo covers this year is Animal Crossing themed, which is kind of neat. So if you are both a
planner,
a planner, a journaler, and a fan of Animal Crossing, there's one for you.
Yeah. They got that big deal. Sapphire Beck says, yeah.
So, and he says Mal was much more awake than Steven today. I'm not convinced of that, actually. I'm not convinced of that. I'm just eating. I think I might be more alert.
Well, let's see how you do when you finish your cereal. We have a 25-month resub from Destiny Light 2. Thank you. I wish my coffee wasn't 1,000,000 degrees.
It doesn't come out 1,000,000 degrees.
Yes, it does.
It
It's way too hot.
It comes out at 192, which is
way too hot to drink.
Which is ready to drink, actually.
No, too hot.
And you made yours 5 minutes before I made mine. So yours is like basically cold.
No.
Yep. Glad we solved this. Chad, you can't put ice cube in coffee. You water down the coffee. That's why you gotta blow on it.
Or let it sit for 10 minutes, which is what I do.
At night, before bed, we almost always have a cup of tea. It's just kind of become a tradition. And I will finish my cup of tea before Mallory ever starts drinking her cup of tea. And she brewed her cup of tea first. So what happens is I will brew a second cup of tea. And I will finish that cup of tea before Mal finishes her first cup of tea.
Yeah, and?
It's just funny. It's just little things that are different. That's all. Anyway, all right, let's read some things. Lost Vagabond gives a sub to Malye. 33 months from Arian661. 18 months from Dragon Girl 2571, 7 months from Aspiring Writer 95, 12 months from Cody the Positron. See here. 500 bits from the Chemist 2020 says, clown for your morning. Everyone needs morning clown. For a lot of kids growing up, it was Bozo. These days, is there a morning clown? I don't know if these days it's me. I'm the new morning
What
clown.
about the big comfy couch?
Is there a clown on that show?
Yeah, the girl is a clown.
Okay. Well, in fairness, I'm only familiar with that show in name.
Okay.
Like if you were like draw a picture of any character in the show, I would draw a couch. Maybe I'd put eyes on it. Is the couch alive? Is the couch sentient?
No.
Oh, okay.
She just pulls things out of the couch, and then there's like a whole episode.
Oh, so it's
and
like
at some point,
it's like Bag and Sag and
on the rug.
Bag and Sag and Barry. The skit featuring Kenan Thompson from early
that.
90s All That, where Bag and Sag and Barry.
I remember the name. Oh, it's his pants.
He wears really baggy pants.
Okay, yeah.
And he's it's always him in a situation where people around him are like, man, we really need this thing. And Bag and Sag and Barry's like, hold on. And he reaches into his saggy pants and he has the object. You know what's wild to me? I was saying about this the other day. Kenan Thompson has been doing sketch comedy literally his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Like his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Because he did all that. And he did... I mean, the Kenan and Kel show is kind of sketch comedy to an extent. And then he went on and did SNL, and he's the longest running cast member of SNL. It's like literally since he was a boy. It's a long time. He's good too. He's always been really funny. He was in Mighty Ducks too. I've never seen any of the Mighty Ducks films because I'm not a hockey person because I don't understand anything about hockey.
I saw the first one.
There's apparently more than one. Yeah, the beverages are fighting again. Wow. Dobby says he's 43 and I thought he was around already. I mean, he does have kids.
Yeah.
I think he has 2 kids. Because I've seen him on the show before.
People our age have kids.
Yeah, people our age have kids too. And the kids that he has, I think, they're not that much older than people our age who have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 43 makes sense. Because, like, whenever I was watching him, whenever, like, he was on, like, All That and Kenan and Kel show, he was older than... He was clearly, like...
Yeah.
Teenager when I was, like, younger. Yeah. Okay.
Coffee.
Lily, James just turned 2. And Lily is 4. We actually just... We just went to James' birthday party. It was just a few days ago. I got some shots of that for the vlog. We had the honor of giving James his first video game, which is something I hadn't thought about at all. Like we would be the first people to give him a video game, but that's what Nikki and Austin had mentioned, and I was like, I'll take it. I'll be that uncle. Yeah, Peggy Frog says on brand. On brand. We gave them a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch, just because. I mean, it's a great game anyway. Like that game can really grow with you. Like it supports high level play, but also it's great for kids because it's got the feature where the kart will drive itself. It'll it'll accelerate itself. It'll steer itself. It's a good game for kids to play and enjoy. They could play it for ever. And then, you know, they get older and they can steer the car and everything fine. They can turn off that feature and great.
Tilt controls.
Does it have tilt controls too? Well, that's even better. Kids love that. I hate tilt controls, but kids love it. So. Anyway. So yeah, we thought that'd be a good one.
Don't you remember when you play online that I'm using tilt controls?
Okay, yeah. See, that's such a meme in my head that sometimes I wonder if that's just from, like, Mario Kart Wii or something. I'm like, is that just from back then? I don't know. Or Mario Kart. Did Mario Kart DS have a gyroscope in the DS? Could you use tilt controls on DS?
No.
I feel like it didn't.
No. There was an add-on with WarioWare Twisted that
Oh,
let
yeah,
you
and
do
it was
that.
inside the cart. Yeah. Yeah, it had it was probably a GBA cart that went in the bottom slot or something. It's been a long time, man. I remember
7 had tilt controls with the Wiimote, because of course it did.
7 was on 3DS.
What was on Wii?
Mario Kart Wii.
Oh. That's the one I meant.
Anyway, we got 5 gift subs from Scarflash to Chryselium, a math teacher, Cheesehammer, Gokai Yellow, and Nidakdak. Scarflash, thank you. Appreciate that. 300 bits from Prince, who says, so I got an extended vacation, aka 2 extra weeks, no work, after getting back home to let my foot heal. Fun stuff.
Sorry about your foot.
Yeah, I mean, the foot's bad, but, I mean, extended vacation's good. That's not bad. Hey, enjoy your extended vacation. Relax. Have a pretzel. Like a big soft pretzel. It's good for...
You're still thinking about those soft pretzels.
We have a bunch, and
I
we
know.
haven't made any, and yeah, I'm thinking about them every day. 30 Bits for Cheesehammer says, so since I've been so callously abandoned, I've decided to take up a hobby. I'm torn between Cheesehammer 40K, Monjack the Gathering, or collecting Pokemon curds. This is
I like
one I had written.
Pokemon curds. A lot.
Pokemon curds might be worth something down the road. Whereas, well, I guess Monjack the Gathering has had a long, storied history of, cheese pun. No, it's too early. I'll let the cheese puns up to the audience today. I'm like, too difficult. I've always wanted to try Warhammer. I've always wanted to try it. Making the chair's pretty good. A hit and switch. See, this is look at these folks. Any cheese joke that's premature would be too sharp. See, sometimes I just gotta take a step back and be like, all right, because we have a funny crowd.
Yeah.
So just let them handle some of the comedy.
Yeah.
Works out pretty well. 666 bits from Prince, who says, realize that cheer may be concerning. It's only the beginnings of a stress fracture, and I've not been dealing with much pain this last week wearing the boot consistently. Well, I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
As opposed to have been dealing with extended pain. Obviously, that's worse. But
I hope it gets better.
I hope it gets better as quickly as possible. Being in a cast is... Actually, I can't speak. I don't know. I've never had one.
Either.
But I imagine what I perceive a cast to be like. I'm like, it feels like it would be very confining or whatever. I always remember it being portrayed in media where someone has an itch and they can't get to it. And they're like shoving a pencil down there. And I'm like, that would be my hell, is having my foot In a cat. Wow.
Whoa, Thomas.
Wow. I don't know that I've ever been like so directly threatened live. Wow.
If you had been, it'd been by Thomas. Thomas was just affected by the horse game he played last night. Do you remember the horse game he picked up when he was here? Because I was like, this one.
Vaguely, yeah.
He played it last night.
Oh, good.
I had it on while I was, like, prepping the palette and getting stuff ready to paint. It was a game. A PS2 horse game.
I have a feeling that there's probably multiple PS2 horse games. We get 300 bits from Roseberry, who says, new to the stream. Watched you since Skyrim. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. And, well, welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
If you've watched since Skyrim, you don't need a welcome to us. You just need a welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. This is a pretty good idea of what the streams are generally like. We just kind of chat. I mean, we do, on Fridays we do play a game.
Yeah.
Play a video game.
Yeah.
But I was going to say weekdays, but Friday is, I guess, a weekday.
On the mornings.
On the mornings.
Let's start with tea.
On the morning.
Did this just occur to you?
Yes. Well, that's neat. On the tea mornings. On the tea mornings, we drink coffee.
Is tea back in the lead yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Tea can't stay behind for
No.
long. They just can't. They don't allow that to happen. Anyway, glad you're still around, by the way. Skyrim was, hope you're sitting down for this. It was 10 years ago. I would like to do something special for that anniversary, which is coming up in November. And I've got some ideas. We'll talk about it later.
When I wrote in my TED show yesterday, my 5-year one, and tells me what happened last year,
Yes.
all I wrote was, Fallout's done.
That was a year ago?
Yes.
Good.
Good.
Fallout was the biggest stress of maybe my entire life, actually. And it's so like easy to just like casually put that out there, but like it really was. It was like, whew, didn't like that. I mean, I like doing it, but like, I recently went and looked at the playlist to look at the release dates for things, and like there was a gap of like 15 months between episodes once. Like there was just no Fallout episodes released in 2019 at all. And I'm like, that's not great. That's not. But hey, now that it's out, someone can just watch the whole thing and they'll never know.
You know what else is out? As of yesterday?
Your full version.
Yeah.
Mal's full version's out. And it's good. It's really good.
Thank you.
It's really long.
It is.
It's like 38 minutes, but if you're really interested in how Mal painted the sky and the waves in Pinna Park, it's all there. And that auction is on until when, Mal?
Friday.
Why would it end on a Friday? Why would you have it end on a Friday? Why would you not have it end on a Saturday?
Because I don't get that choice. I get like 4 choices.
I don't love that. What time does it end Friday?
Late.
Okay. Alright, anyway. If you're interested, auction's still up too. We get 300 bits from Confused Dylan, who says, hey, Stephen and Mal, I love all of your guys' content. Been watching since early 2015 and am a huge fan. Also, Stephen, love the haircut. I'm glad you like the haircut. I also like the haircut.
Yeah, I'm real glad you got it cut.
I don't regret it. Probably, it wasn't a direct, like, 50-50 split of people that liked the hair and didn't like the hair, but there was a sizable an amount of people that wanted me to keep long hair. But the folks that wanted me to have short hair were there. There was more of them.
Yeah.
And I don't regret getting the haircut. I've enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm glad that you've been watching since 2015. How many years is that? That's 6 years? What were we doing in 2015? I think that's the big question. We've been doing so much stuff for so long. 2015 was... It wasn't... No, the cross-country road trip was 2014, I think. In 2015, we were living in the apartment. Mm-hmm. We only had one more year in the apartment. Mm-hmm. Tulip? Yeah, 2015 may have been Tulip. Sounds right. Brandon says, wasn't 2015 the year that you produced 80 videos a month? Also, we produce over 80 videos a month now, Brandon. I like how you said that number to make it sound like it was big. And now I'm like, hold on, how many videos are we making a month? Oh yeah, we went to E3 with Josh. Oh, there's the video where me and Josh are on the log flume. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was nice. And Greece? Yeah. It's true, now we have Dan. Yeah. 2015 was all of the same stuff, but I didn't have Dan. And, coffee! It was bad. Let's see. 1, 3 times 4 is 13, plus 2, 14, plus 2, 16. So 16, 4 weeks in a month, 64. So 64 Stephen Plays videos generally in a month.
Plus mine. Plus 2.
Oh, I'm not adding in yours. Plus, or I'll add yours in a minute. Plus 4 streams. I'll count those. And then 31. Well, if we're doing 7 days in 4 weeks, we'll do 28. 28 vlog days. A mail video. 8 breakfast streams. I'll put out your time lapse and your full version. It's 107 videos. Some of those videos are streams, but 107. Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah.
But again, the 60, whatever it was, 60...
something.
64, the 64 Stephen Place things that are being done, like Dan edits all of those. So, I don't have to worry about that right now. Math. 30 bits from Soul C. Peachon, who says, I have rediscovered the fun of the random function in WikiHow. Is that just like randomly put you onto a WikiHow article, I'm guessing?
I think so.
Is WikiHow the one with the insane illustrations?
Yes.
There's a game, like a web game, where it just shows you, I don't remember what the game's called now, but it just shows you illustrations, and then it comes up with like different
titles for what could be the WikiHow
and
article.
you have to guess what it is. And we should do that for Steven and Friends someday. To be perfectly honest. 4 months from Ouija Time 64. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu says, good vibes request. In a couple of hours, I'll be sending my PhD thesis to my supervisor to see if it's ready for submission. Few years' work comes down to this. I feel slightly nervous.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. That is a monumental amount of work, and I sincerely wish you well. I hope that goes as smoothly as possible. But it's also exciting, right? It's also like it's got to be nerve-wracking, anxiety-inducing, but also like supremely exciting to finally get to the point where you're ready to like move that forward. Yeah. That's the thing about working on something for a long, long time, is that it's stressful. But when you finally get to the end of that, and you're able to actually do something with that, it gets really exciting. So I hope that the excitement outweighs some of the nervousness. 300 Bits from Homology says, this weekend was crazy. At the start of an all-day shift at work on Sunday, I hit my head on a sharp corner while standing up and cut it open, causing me to get 4 staples. Would love some good vibes as I try to recover and manage concussion protocol. I have never had staples before.
Good vibes.
Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. In fairness, I feel like most people have not had staples. Like, I feel very, very confident saying less than 50% of people have had staples. So
yeah.
I have not had staples. That sounds... The only thing I can say is, like, that sounds oof. That sounds big, big oof. When I was little, I actually cut my back open in a bad way. When I was probably about 5, and my mom had went to the dentist, and I went with my mom, and instead of being in the waiting room, I was actually back there in the office with my mom. So my mom was just doing a dental cleaning or whatever, and I remember I was on the floor, and I was just sitting, cross-legged, playing Game Boy or something. And when it was time for my mom to be done, I stood up, and I had been sitting under a counter. So whenever I got up, I scraped my back on the very edge of that counter. And, like, it hurt, but I didn't think anything of it. It was just like, I scraped my back, and it was like, But I'm playing Game Boy, and I'm focused on that. We get out to the car, and there's just blood everywhere on the back of my shirt. Come to find out, I had completely ripped off a mole on my back, which had produced all the blood. So I was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I needed stitches. Maybe I did. I don't remember. It's not exactly a one-to-one situation there by any stretch of the imagination. But that's the closest story that I had that I remembered. Brandon, hope y'all are enjoying breakfast out there. Anyway, good vibes, because that sucks. And, hopefully the recovery goes well. 3 months from The Lost Deku. 19 months from Moonlit Boulevard. 300 Bits from Basunos. It says, as I celebrate 16 months, it's also my birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Also, the Olympics were very enjoyable to watch, from swimming to sport climbing to softball. It was refreshing to see unique sports on TV again. Yeah, I think it's one of the reasons I like the Olympics, is just because it's different. I mean, anything is out there if you want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're interested in a particular sport, obviously YouTube or the internet or whatever, like, has plenty of it for you to see, but it's nice to see people at the top of their game doing the sport. It's like, to put it into terms that our community probably more closely associates with, it's like watching the world's best speedrunners. Like, it's exciting to see anyone do a speed run. It's really exciting to see someone who is, like, number 1 in the game, because it's like, oh man, I want to see the best person do it. So, like, watching Thomas play, I mean, yes, that does apply to what I was saying. It's true. Watching the Olympics is like watching Thomas. It's a statement that I didn't think I would be making on Breakfast Stream, and yet here we are.
Yeah.
Olympic champions, Thomas and Jules. We got 21 months from Justice for Ephidamus. We got a sub from Ryan Curtis 2001. Welcome. Every day's going well. 500 Bits from Radio Dread says, did you say morning clown? Yes.
Yes.
As opposed to the afternoon clown, which are dangerous and will kill you. But the morning clowns don't. Morning clowns, they just want you to throw balls into cups. There was more to the Bozo the Clown show, but I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You're kidding.
No.
You're kidding. You've seen Bozo the Clown.
Nope.
Oh, you have.
Nope.
It was on Sunday mornings?
I didn't watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
We should watch old episodes of it. Not old episodes with an S. Like, a single old episode so you have an idea of what it was. Because then you'll be like, oh. Man, I wonder... I'm really curious now. I wonder what percentage of kids could not participate in the show because of a fear of clowns. There had to have been a noticeable percentage, right? There had to have been a certain amount of kids that, when, you know, confronted with the fact that it was going to be hosted by a clown, was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Things that I'm interested in, but I'm not sure that data on this exists. If the production crew that was bringing the kids on kept a running percentage of children that said no because Bozo was a clown.
No.
Oh, God. Morning songs. Okay.
Steven's gonna tell you about the clowns.
In the morning.
That's what they are.
And they're never boring.
The afternoon clowns.
And those are scary.
What about the evening clowns?
Well, that one's name is Larry. There exists one evening clown. He's Larry, and he carries a gun and a machete, and he hunts little kids. Da-da-da-da. So you have to understand, the thing about clowns is that the closer you are to the day, the light, that is where the clowns are okay. As you get deeper into the night, the clowns get scary. And there become fewer clowns. That's how the scale works. There's a little scale. So, morning, lots of clowns. Good clowns.
What happens to them?
They have jobs.
In the evenings?
Yeah, they work. Mallory, God, what was a crazy question. In the morning, there are a lot of clowns, and they're good clowns. You can approach it. If you see a clown at 8 a.m., that's a good clown. You can go shake a clown's hand. You get to afternoon, there's just a few clowns wandering around. And them clowns got some bad ideas in their head. They're kind of like, they'll crack their knuckles. Some of them carry weapons. But by the time you get to the evening, there's only one clown, and his name is Larry. And if you see Larry, it's already over. You might as well just lay down. Where were we? Night clowns. Watch out behind you, night clowns. Larry will find you, night clowns. 5,000 bits from a no spell clam says, are there breeds of clowns? Could you tell us about the morning, afternoon, etc. clowns? You're welcome. Now you know. 300 bits from Aldo says, tribute for our morning clown. Remember, morning clowns, totally safe. Never fear a morning clown. 100 bits from Roseberry. We also have a subscription from Roseberry. Welcome to you. 14 months from Mimic Man. 245 bits from Yamashu. 300 from Prince, who says, just curious, are you paying any attention to the Pikmin app that's in development? Same company as Pokemon Go.
I know of it.
I know of it, but because it's not out, no. Like, once it's out, then I might look into it and maybe do a video or something on it, possibly. But we're probably at least, I mean, I don't know, I guess, but based on how they've talked about it before, we're probably like a year away, I guess. So it'll be a bit, but it could be neat. It's such a weird idea.
Yeah.
Like, Pikmin is not a super popular franchise. I like Pikmin, but it's not a super popular thing. So maybe part of the idea is to, like, maybe get more people invested in the franchise through accessibility through mobile instead of a Nintendo console. I don't know. 30 bits from Toaster Wolf. It says, out of curiosity, how long ago did the Fallout LP start? I wasn't watching when the Skyrim one started, but I was there for Fallout start. Fallout started in 2015. October? I want to say October 2015. That's my guess.
I have no idea, so
I do.
don't look at me and expect me to have an answer.
Skyrim started November 2011 and went until May 2014. Fallout started October 2015 and went until August 2020. Oh, did it start November 11th? Oh, it started the same day as Skyrim. I didn't know they had the same release. Well, it wasn't the same release date. I just started Fallout a little bit after.
Yeah.
Neat.
The song
yeah.
has lyrics.
Adri, are you singing again? You know that's not how this works. You're not allowed. You have to sit quietly. I unchecked it, but I'll let it play. I'll let it play for now.
I need some water, and I'm gonna go see what Kep's up to.
Okay,
See if he finished his food.
Don't take too long.
I won't.
Because I am going to do my best to make it to the end of this breakfast stream. But I might not.
He did not finish his food.
How far did he get?
A little bit more. He's sitting in the sunshine.
Okay. Yes, his tummy must be bothering him. He didn't eat all of his food, but he ate a good bit of it. 300 bits from Confused Dylan, who says, I know in 2013 you did a playthrough of The Last of Us. Are you ever going to / thinking of doing Last of Us Part 2? Love the series. Yeah, at some point. It's not, I hate to say it's not super high on the priority list. It's like relatively high, where it's not like, oh, I've got to do it next, but it's also not, it's somewhere in the center. So, at some point. It's almost certainly going to be something that I deal with once I get to the point where I feel comfortable doing solo streams. But I have got to get other work done, 2018 timeline, in order to be able to have the time necessary to do that, and then that'll be something that I consider, basically. It'll be a bit, but it's on my radar because I do want to try it. 35 months from Comadner13, 311 bits from the Leaf 473 says, just wanted to say hi before going to sleep for the day. Hope you and everyone in chat has a good day. Aw. Well, enjoy your sleep. And I'm hoping today's gonna be a good day. Yesterday was pretty good. I enjoyed yesterday, so hopefully today will be the same. Becca asks if first 20 stream will be soon. Next week. We'll do one next week, because the last first 20 we have recorded is Scully, and that's coming out Friday. And then we're out of the first 20, so we got to make some more. So we'll make some next week. I got a lot of games, man, a whole lot of games to play. I don't know why I thought that would work. I opened up Spotlight and just wrote first 20, and my phone's like, thank you, Chaz. Yeah, holy crap, there's a lot of games. So, yeah, we don't have to play all of these, but I've got a lot on here. Like, a lot. More than we have time for on a Tuesday, but yeah, I'll tell you one of them. We are playing Destroy All Humans, because there was a Destroy All Humans had a re-release, and I requested a key for that, and I got the key the day after we did the last first 20 stream. Is whenever that key arrived, and I was like, well, we have to wait on that. I can tell you that The World Ends With You is not happening. I slept on that one, because I got through my emails last night for the first time in a while, and I got to that, is that confidential information? I maybe got to an email that existed about it, And took too long to respond to that email, which is a very Stephen George move. So that's not happening. But there's still like a crap load of other games. And there's some here that I'm actually really excited to try, so. But the only one I'm going to tell you about is Destroy All Humans. Yeah. Anyway. And there might be more stuff before next week. Like, there might be more stuff that comes across my email that I'm like, oh man, look at that. So we'll see. Anyway, there's a lot of games. And the thing is, there's actually still some games that we had on there from before that we never played. We could do a full First 20 stream every day for a week. Like, that's how many games there are potentially. We could finish First 20 for the year. We're not going to do that, but we could. Huh?
With what?
Just because there's so many games to play. There's so many games for First 20.
Oh.
First 20. You weren't here. You don't know.
That's what I was asking.
14 months from Rubik's Moon. 34 months from PK Magical. 300 bits from Tiger413, who says, so is GDQ the speedrunner equivalent of the Olympics? I mean, I guess. I mean, there's multiple speedrunning events, and I think it would be very difficult to point to one specific one, maybe, and be like, this is the one. But essentially, I mean, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, like esports competitions, it's kind of a similar situation. If it's like a big event. That's true. Many of them aren't competitive. That's fair. But you do get to... It's the same in the sense that when you watch the Olympics, you get to see people at the top of their game. So you are getting a chance to see people at the top of their game. So that's... There's some crossover there. We got 33 months from I Spy Moose. 300 bits from DC Racers. Says Steve the Morning Clown, good. Penny the Afternoon Clown, bad. And don't forget the Paralympic Games starting soon. There's always stuff to watch. Also, Pennywise the Afternoon Clown. That means that there's a clown worse than Pennywise. And his name's Larry. Anxiously awaiting the movies about Larry the Clown. They're probably on the way. We got a subscription from Sarek the Blacksmith. Welcome. 300 from Prince, who says, y'all remember the 2018 creepy clown sightings? Larry was busy that year. I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
It was like a big concern. And then there was like copycat stuff all over. The world is interesting. You never know what's going to happen. Never know what's going to happen next. That was a few years ago. 5 months from Ewogenator. And 300 bits from Zeta Program says, clowns with murderous intent? Anyways, been getting ready for going back to college, so here's hoping this semester goes well and does not derail somehow. I mean, I hope so as well.
Yeah.
I hope that everything goes good. And it's a smooth transition back to college. And that you don't have any run-ins with murderous clowns. I wish that for everyone, to be honest.
So I watched all of Kepler's Blankets yesterday.
Sarek? I said Sarek. Is it... I guess Sarek. Sarek the Blacksmith. Sorry. There's a lot of names. They're very hard to read. But I hope that that is right direction. Anyway, what were you saying?
I washed all of Kepler's Blankets yesterday.
Yes.
And I put the gray one back on the back door chair where he sits in the sun. He's real happy.
Well, that's good. Has he gotten a chance to have access to that new one from...
Yeah, it's on the bed right now.
Oh, really? Okay, well, he's going to be super thrilled.
Oh, he was.
Speaking of, we get that in May's mail video, which will be out today. Probably. I uploaded it overnight. Certainly it's done processing by now. Certainly it's done processing. So yeah, be on lookout for that. Badoop boop. Yeah, there'll be a mail video out. I'll probably schedule it for 3.
Yeah.
It'll just be like a normal time. The thing is this the one? No, this is actually not the one with the books. That's June's. That's June's. Sab. Certainly, YouTube didn't screw. Things have been going really smoothly on YouTube for a long time, up until about a month ago. I think probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
Roughly a month ago was when, maybe a little longer, but that was when processing started like taking forever, and I was like, why is this taking forever? And it seems to be really random, because sometimes you upload something and it's like processed, and then other times it's like, I need a day, and I'm like, why do you need a day? David Lynch says, June books, I'm intrigued. You shouldn't be. You should not be intrigued. But Dan has both May and June mail videos done. So May will be out today, and then June will be out soonish. So I'm trying to get vlogs cut up at the moment. Just working on that as I can. I had to spend some time and get Mal's full version done, and that's done. There's at any given time there's many things I'm juggling, but
we recorded Galaxy.
Yeah, we got Galaxy pushed pretty far ahead. Galaxy's so freaking good. Very, very happy with it. The only thing I'm not... The only criticism I have for that game at all is the camera.
Yeah.
Is that Nintendo just doesn't let you control the camera a lot. There's a lot of times where like the right stick just is like, haha, not on this level, and I'm like...
Or where the camera flips and suddenly your movement is inversed. Yeah,
there's a lot of times where you're running towards like a certain side of the planet, and then you need to go like left or right, and like the game, your brain and the game cannot agree on which direction is the right direction.
Yeah. Like
you're trying to like run, like there's been times we've spun in circles on the side of a planet because we can't figure out which way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. But, you know, I don't think I have any other complaints. Otherwise, it's really good. You know, I like the game.
Someone had asked for an update about mail regarding the fire, between the mail month that's coming out and the one that will be coming out, that's when the fire happens.
Between May and June?
Yeah. So if you notice something is missing, if you're not in that end slate where we list everyone, let us know or check tracking.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some stuff was definitely lost, but we believe it was small.
Yeah.
Oh man, some folks didn't know about the fire. Yeah, there was, our post office burned down completely.
Over a month ago.
Yeah, about a month ago. It just, like, overnight, it's gone.
It's gone. Very gone.
Yeah. So, we lost some mail, and then obviously it was bad for the community because the community needed that. Jazz got the link to the vlog if you want to see it, and there's we actually go to the structure and show some of the structure. You can see exactly how gone it was. It's really gone.
But when did we go out? Thursday? Thursday we got our new key. They put out outdoor boxes like apartments would have.
Yeah.
And we got our new key for that. So our address is still the same for that if you send mail. And it's just kind of a pain because we can only go a shorter amount of hours than we used to be able to go.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hold... Like, they have parcel lockers, but they're not as big as they used to be. So we have to go during their open hours, which is a smaller amount of time.
Yeah.
In less days.
Yeah, and it was, it was a pretty old building.
Yeah.
So
It was built in 1990.
Oh.
It was dedicated in 1990. And it's strange
Well,
because...
it certainly felt old.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it felt old. It was way too small for the community, and with all the developments going in with the subdivisions, they needed something bigger.
Anyway. Penguin Frog says, as someone also built in 1990, it's an old building. I like that. Yeah, it always felt old in there. It felt much older than 1990. But yeah, I'm assuming that it was just a free thing, and it sucks for sure. But it's now been 2 months, and I'm kind of over all of the initial shock of it.
No one was hurt.
No one was hurt, and the firefighters on the scene weren't hurt. So everyone is okay.
Yeah,
it's just some of the mail was lost. But the good news is, everything's back up and running. We still have the same address. If you send mail to the same address, we'll get it. And we've gotten it now for the past month with no problem. So, yeah, mail will continue.
Yeah,
we're still doing it. Hey, I was gonna tell that story when I was eating cereal.
Oh yeah.
You want to hear the story?
Do I know the story?
I don't know. Yes. So, one of the things I did yesterday was I finally ate through all of my emails.
You ate through them.
I marked them as read. I read them. I got through them. I'm not great at it. I'm not, there's parts of my job I feel really good at, and there's parts of my job I feel really bad at. Dealing with emails is something I've just always... I'm not great at it. I'm not very good at it. But I try. I try badly. But yesterday, I was getting through stuff, and one of the things that was in my inbox was that someone, and this has been a while ago, someone had sent us a gift card to Walmart. It was a holiday gift, so it was either this past holiday or, God, possibly even from the previous Christmas. But I had left it unread because I was like, all right, when I'm going to use this, so I'm going to leave it unread so I know that I have it. And I got to that email, and I was like, for now, a year, or God, maybe 2 years, I just haven't used this gift card. I was like, I need to just use it, because if I wait, I'm just going to sit on it forever. And I was like, that's I would rather the anxiety of having an extra one on my inbox is higher than saving the gift card for a time that I'd need it or something. So I decided to just go to Walmart's website and just look. I'm like, there's got to be something in here. So I decided on I put it towards a copy of Clubhouse games for the Switch. Because I was looking through all the games, and I was trying to find something that I felt like we would actually use. And I was like, you know what? I feel like Clubhouse games could be a really fun stream.
Yeah, it would be. Like
a one-off stream that Mal and I could compete, and there could be a lot of predictions. And I was like, that's a really good stream game. So that's what I spent the gift card on. And that's the whole story. There's another story. The other story is I must have bought... Oh, I know what I bought. Yeah. I had bought the lens at Best Buy. Mm-hmm. I had spent enough money at Best Buy that they sent me an email that's like, here's $10. And I looked at their website and I realized that I couldn't spend... it was going to cost me money because I'd have to have something shipped. So the second part of the story is that we need to go to a Best Buy because I have a $10 coupon.
You say a Best Buy as if we have more than one.
Well, there's plenty of Best Buys depending on how far you're willing to drive. I've got a $10 coupon to use at the Best Buy, and it expires soon, like in the next few days. Because again, I've had this in my email forever. And it makes more sense to drive to the Best Buy than it does to order something, because if you order something, you have to pay shipping. And at that point, why even use the coupon? Like, you know, so. Anyway. Thomas, you did a great job, buddy. On Sunday morning, I woke up. Mal was snoozing. I got up, had a cup of coffee, and I was like, well, you know, Mal's still asleep. Kepler came and he crawled up on my lap, and he was warm, and I was just looking on my phone, and I was like, I'm gonna check Twitch. It was almost noon, and I knew that Thomas streamed on Sundays. I was like, he's probably not still streaming at noon, you know, because we had talked to the night before on Saturday. I pulled it up, and Thomas was streaming. And I was like, oh, okay, he's streaming. That's nice. So I watched a little bit of Thomas on Sunday morning. And Thomas had just finished telling a story, and I missed the story. And I was like, oh, I said, because he was talking about the fact he told the story. I was like, oh, it's a shame I missed the story. He goes, oh, I'll tell the story one more time. And he told the story again. Thomas says it took me 30 minutes to tell a 3-minute story. Yeah, everyone in chat was like, God, it took Thomas forever to tell that story. So then he started again, and he told the story just as it was second. Thomas told this story, and it took probably about 12 minutes or so for him to get through the story. And when it was done, I wrote a summary of the story. And he kept stopping because there was new parts that he remembered. Or Brittany walked in and was like, it wasn't like that. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then like things kept getting added and then sometimes subtracted. Like the story changed. And it took like 10 to 15 minutes to get there. And it was fun. Can I tell the story? Can I just do a shortened version of the story, so I can give my hand at okay. So this was back. I'm gonna tell you, this is a little story time of a story that I'm only vaguely familiar with and I heard once. I'll embellish where necessary because I don't know the details anyway. So don't worry, Chaz, it'll be good this time. So Thomas is a librarian, for those who are not aware. And Thomas originally met his wife, Brittany, also while working at the library. They've worked at different places over the years, but where they had originally met, they were working at this library together. And there was one day that the toilets in the children's bathroom weren't working correctly. Thomas was a children's librarian. Kids would come in and he'd read books and stuff to the kids. And the toilet wasn't running correctly. And this was just 10 minutes before closing. And, you know, Brittany had went into the toilets and was like, something's wrong. We need to get maintenance out here to look at these toilets. So Thomas said, okay. So Thomas gets on the phone, calls maintenance in. They go and they start adjusting stuff. And the toilet breaks. So the toilet breaks, water starts coming out of the toilet. Thomas and Brittany are like, "Oh, this is not me. This is bad news. You know, there's now water going everywhere, and we're supposed to be leaving. We're just at closing. We're supposed to be going home, and now we have this problem." And then Brittany says, "We've got another problem: the floor computers." So in this library, for whatever reason, possibly because they were moving stuff around, they had some computers on the floor of the children's bathroom. Perhaps they were moving stuff around, they just hadn't got it all put away yet. But then they were concerned because the water that was gushing out of the toilet was going to get to the computers and ruin the computers. Long story short, the fire department showed up, and the fire department had to turn the water off at the source, start getting everything cleaned up. And Thomas and Brittany had to stay super, super late because they were the ones that were dealing with this problem. And it really sucked because they had to be up extra early the next day because they were doing their annual book sale at the library, so they didn't get a whole lot of sleep. And that was the day that the toilet exploded. And I keep seeing Thomas say start over, that I got facts wrong, and that's the thing. I don't care. I don't care, Thomas. I remembered enough of the story
Chess
to
says,
tell.
I need a drink.
I remembered enough of the story to tell a good, succinct version of the story. It doesn't matter if any of the details are wrong. It's not my story anyway, and you can't stop me. I already told it. You're welcome. Anyway, it took Thomas almost 15 minutes to tell that story. Thomas, listen. It was 10 minutes before closing. And it was why does it matter that it's a Thursday? Listen, you take out the parts that are not necessary.
He also said that the water had gone 20 feet from the bathroom, and that's where the computers were. They weren't in the bathroom.
Oh, well, he didn't make that very clear when he told his story originally. Also, it's more fun to imagine that there's computers on the floor of the children's bathroom. So I like that better. Anyway, I told the story, it's fine. 3 bits from Colin, who says, on a related note, how do you organize old emails? I used to put all mine in individual folders, but now I just archive everything I may eventually need.
I have folders for specific things, like when I pay student loans, those emails go to a folder. My Redbubble sales go to a folder. I star things that I really need, like, that are super important.
I have told people how I deal with email, and it seems like they have a mild panic attack when I tell them. Because we were talking about this at Lunch Bunch one day, and Nikki just stared at me. She was like, how do you manage anything? So here's how I use emails. For my inbox, everything is either read or unread. That's it. There is no organization. I don't use stars. I don't use archiving. I don't use folders. And I don't delete anything. I have never deleted an email. I don't believe in it. So every email that I have had in the past, 14 years, I have all of them. Just because I haven't seen a need to do that. It doesn't, because in Gmail, it just holds on to it. When you use Google as a mail service, you have plenty of space. So I just, I have not run out, for those that are asking, I have not run out of storage. There has been occasions where I have went through and I've deleted very specific emails that contain, attachments that are,
Huge.
Mm-hmm. But an email itself takes up no space at all. So how I use my email is, when it comes in, it's marked as unread, and that is how I know if I've dealt with it or not. I only deal with the unread emails. Sometimes if I need to know something, I'll click it and I'll read it, but I don't have time to deal with it, so I mark it as unread then, because if it's either read or unread. Yeah. Anyway, I remember that caused some people some grief. Nikki was particularly concerned that I've never deleted an email. But then I think Austin does it the same way. Austin's like, yeah, it's it's either read or unread. And I'm like,
Big
this
Kempler
seems
sigh.
fine. He's a good boy.
He's on my lap, stretched out. His paws are on my ankles.
At this point,
You're not changing your system?
I can't, because if I had been deleting stuff as it came in, that would be fine. But because I never have, I've got over a decade of crap. When a new game is coming out and I get an email about it, but that email is from 7 years ago, I'll never be able to dig through my email to delete all that, ever. So it's better at this point to just keep moving forward.
Couldn't you just search sender for something and delete all of that?
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll just delete everything. I'm just like, ha. But you know what's fun though? When you don't delete an email, you can search for anything. It's kind of interesting because sometimes I'm like, when did I get my first MacBook? I can search for it.
You don't have to delete that, but I'm saying like the developer emails from 2 years ago.
Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. 666 bits from Toaster Wolf. It says, so there is currently a storm at my place and the internet went out for a bit, but now there's a concerning noise. Glad I live with a cable guy. Oh. Well, I hope that the concerning noise ends up being not concerning. Hopefully. Oh, Colin asked, do you just keep all the spam emails? No, spam deletes itself. Spam deletes itself after, what, like 30 days?
Something
like that.
But you need to check it because you missed stuff.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, Google does a really good job with filtering spam. However, I went, like, several years without even clicking spam. And then one day, probably a year or more ago, I clicked on spam and I saw that there was, like, 2 emails in there that were legit that, like, I hadn't gotten. And my brain was like, oh, hold on, I should probably check this. So for years, I just didn't check it. Yeah, so I don't get spam. Like Google's spam filters are extremely good, and it's still really rare for them to take a real email and put it into the spam folder. But because of that, I don't see any garbage. You know, like that's been good. But you should check it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. I think the way I noticed is that I had ordered something, and I was like, they never emailed me about this order. And then I checked spam on a whim, and I was like, oh, it's in here. And so is this. It's like, whoops. It's fine. 500 bits from Gamer Girl. Gamer Girl Life, who says, morning, Stephen and Mal. Just wanted to swing by before I get back to work. Well, thanks for coming by.
Welcome.
And I hope work goes well today. We got a sub from Shagashog. Welcome. 19 months from Twilight Cat 24. And 300 bits from Toaster Wolf says, there is a good chance that the noise is my grandpa's vibrating bed. Hate how it had horrid timing. Oh. On that note, let's wrap up. Today is Tuesday.
Yes.
So you will be enjoying a brand new episode of Super Mario Galaxy. Did we not run beans? We didn't run beans, did we? All right, fix that. It's like, we didn't run beans. Beans. Super Mario Galaxy's coming out today. Mail. Going to be releasing mail today, so you'll get a chance to see that.
There's a really good part at the end with Kepi.
Oh yeah. It's honestly worth watching just for Kepler alone. So mail's coming out. The full version of Mal's painting is out for Super Mario Sunshine, so get a chance to check that out if you've got the time and the interest. And that's it.
That's it.
Otherwise, this weekend, on Friday we're going to be continuing to play It Takes Two. We have a few more weeks of it, honestly. Yeah. We're working through it. It's fun. It's real good. The first 2 VODs are up on Twitch if you want to catch up. But you also don't really have to catch up. If you just want to watch cooperative gameplay that's interesting and occasionally competitive,
yeah,
you can just tune in on Friday. You'll be fine. And then Saturday, well, I don't want to announce a Steven and Friends for Saturday because Dan doesn't have it done yet, so I want to make sure he gets it done. But I'm hopeful on a thing that it will be. It won't be Pokemon Unite. It won't be Pokemon Unite. We're going to wait a little bit to release more of that so we can bring out other Steven and Friends stuff. So.
Yeah.
7 months from Psychodon 904. Thank you, Don. And 300 bits from Aldo says, it's worth watching for Kepler alone should be the official motto of Steven.
Kepler.
I mean, there's definitely some folks that watch videos because Kepler is there, is the thumbnail or whatever. It's not a bad idea. He's relaxed, ain't he?
He is. I know how to work it.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll give you cat tax right before we go. This is a good cat tax. Hold on, let me see this photo. It's sideways. Look at that boy. And you also will be able to look at that boy. Give me one sec. Right.
He's still sitting like that.
Here. Alright. Sent. That'll be your cat tax for the day, and then we will go ahead and
He's worked himself upside
wrap
down.
up. He's a good stinker. I'm sorry he's been having a little tummy issues, but we'll work at it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna reduce his dry food and increase his wet food, because that's probably what'll help him. So we'll be working on that. See if we can get his tummy back under control. I was hoping he wouldn't need to be on wet food all the time.
Just because he likes dry so much.
Because he likes dry, and then also that auto feeder is helpful.
Yeah.
But, we got to do what's best for him. So if this is what's best for him, we'll keep adjusting it and try and figure it out. Oh, he is relaxed, too. He's just snoozing now. His eyes are closed. He's a good boy. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We will be back on Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And, we'll drink coffee then.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right. Have a good one. See you Thursday morning for another breakfast stream.